Well, hello there. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Technology Trainer, and Robotics Instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. Welcome back to another session of virtual field trips, travels, and destinations. Really excited about this one, just like all the others. We're going to be exploring Thanksgiving around the world and how all of that is celebrated in the different countries. I'm also going to be including some lesson plans, curriculums, activities, just like always for all of our field trips. And I hope you really enjoy this. And I hope you have happy holidays and a happy Thanksgiving with your family. So from me and the Peabody Public Library to you, happy Thanksgiving and enjoy our virtual field trip today of Thanksgiving around the world. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another session of virtual field trips, travels, and destinations. I am very excited about today's program. I have done a little bit of research on this and wanted to bring it to light for everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving around the world, and I do have a video to show you. However, before I actually show you that video, I wanted to kind of go into some of the lesson plans, curriculums, and activities and how you can find them, some good resources to get you where you need to go, and something that you may be able to implement into this before you actually watch the video and so forth. So right now I am just on Google and I typed in Thanksgiving and then I just went under images. And you can clearly see that there are a lot of images that I can use for various things, whether you're using that for a Thanksgiving invitation, perhaps maybe you are a card person who likes to send cards to everyone. You can get some very decent graphics through Google itself. So that's a good resource alone. Just be careful that when you do look on these images and you decide you want to use them, that they are not copyrighted because you do not want to be sued or charged because you're using somebody else's images. So just be cautious when you're doing it. But a lot of these Google images are for public use, so you shouldn't have any problems at all. And then I went to another site called Education World. And I am going to include this link for you on the website. That way you're able to access it there as well. But this just has a lot of different lesson plans. This is Thanksgiving placement. So I'm just going to click on that and see what that is. It said it was for K through second, I believe. Oh, it looks like they have different grade levels. And it just tells you, gives you the lesson plan, what you're going to be doing, things you can make as a part of this lesson plan. So I am going to close that and go back to where we were. They do have video roundups. Let's take a look at some of this. Is just a preview.
Hi, my name is Plymouth Rock. Now, you might just wonder how a rock ever got a name like Plymouth. Well, let me tell you how it all happened. The year was 1620. It was a normal day for me sitting on the beach, getting some sun, minding my own business when lo and behold, along comes this boat. And can you believe it? As big as I am, it bumps into me. Ow!
Who said that? I think it was the Rock. The Rock? Oh, whatever. Let's plant the flag, shall we? I do hereby name this place Plymouth. Very nice. And what about a name for the rock? I do hereby name this rock Plymouth Rock. Is that the only name you know? Sounds great to me. Let's go.
And so the Pilgrims got off the boat and began the hard work of setting up a settlement in the New World. Ouch. Eat. Now, I don't know whose idea it was to try to build a settlement at the beginning of winter, but needless to say, the Pilgrims had it pretty rough.
How was your hunting? I'm hungry. Fish fillet, anyone? Ugh. Oh, Lord, please have mercy on us.
Finally, the long, hard winter passed and spring came, my favorite time of year. The sun was shining, the grass was growing, the birds were singing, and the pilgrims went out to plant.
Number 1, dig hole. Check. Number 2, you don't really know what you're doing, do you? I admit it. I'm not much of a farmer.
But God had heard their prayers and sent along one of the locals to help them, an English-speaking Indian by the name of Squanto. Would you like some help?
Yes, please.
So with lots of hard work and working together with their new friends, the Indians, by the end of the season, they had an abundant harvest.
God, we thank you for our families and friends, and for thy many blessings.
Amen to that.
Hi, we should do this every year.
And so began the tradition of Thanksgiving, when family and friends get together to fellowship and eat and thank God for his many blessings. And as for me, for some reason, they decided to give me a new home where lots of people come to visit me and take pictures. I am of all rocks most truly blessed. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, that was very cute and gave us a slight oh, Pete the Cat. That's one of my favorites. We're definitely going to have to watch that one as well. Let's do it because I just love Pete the Cat.
Vistaprint knows the holidays are chaotic.
Oh, and of course
That's why we make it easy to print
so
that.
That passes. There we go.
Pete the Cat, The First Thanksgiving by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete was nervous about being a pilgrim in his class's Thanksgiving play, The First Thanksgiving. Just do your best, his best friend Callie said. Pete said he would try. He was ready. His mom had even made him a pilgrim hat, which was really cool. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay. I just wanted to see a little bit of a brief on that. But that's super cute. And it's more along the lines of what you could do as far as lesson plans for different activities. I'm not sure what this is.
To most Americans, the Pilgrims of Plymouth, Massachusetts are the iconic inspiration for today's Thanksgiving feast. After the winter of 1620 killed almost half of their people, the colonists formed a relationship with the neighboring Wampanoag tribe, who taught them about fishing, planting, and hunting. By autumn of 1621, the colonists had collected enough food to feed the community through the coming winter. The Wampanoags joined the colonists for a 3-day feast in honor of their bounty. The feast probably did not include our modern Thanksgiving staple, turkey. More likely, the colonists and Wampanoags dined on roast goose, along with corn, codfish, and lobster. This 1621 harvest meal is now commonly thought of as the first Thanksgiving. Yet for later generations of colonists, New England days of Thanksgiving had little to do with the 1621 harvest festival. Theirs was a religious holiday, descended from Puritan days of fasting, prayer, and giving thanks to God. Every autumn, the governor of each colony would declare days of thanksgiving for bountiful harvests, victorious battles, or drought-ending rains. In 1777, the Continental Congress decreed that all 13 of America's colonies celebrate a national day of Thanksgiving that year in celebration of their victory over the British at Saratoga. By the mid-19th century, many states celebrated the holiday. However, the date could vary by weeks or even months. A determined magazine editor named Sarah Josepha Hale set about establishing a national Thanksgiving Day. She passionately believed that such a day would help unite a nation headed towards civil war. Hale began a one-woman letter-writing campaign, urging politicians to establish an annual day of Thanksgiving. Her efforts were finally rewarded by Abraham Lincoln, who saw the unifying potential of the holiday. In 1863, 4 months after the victory at Gettysburg, he declared the last Thursday of November to be Thanksgiving Day. By the 20th century, Thanksgiving was a welcome day of leisure from a 6-day work week. In the 1920s, the National Football League was formed. In an effort to boost attendance, the fledgling Detroit Lions devised the concept of a Thanksgiving Day game. Parades also became a Turkey Day tradition, and department stores quickly saw their value as a kickoff to the Christmas shopping season. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade began in 1924, and year after year, millions of New Yorkers braved the cold to watch the festivities. Most of all, Thanksgiving is about family. With modern life moving faster than ever, Thanksgiving gives us a day to take a collective breath, reconnect with loved ones, and remember just how much we have to be thankful for.
Well, isn't that the truth? There are so many things we have to be thankful for. So keep that in mind this holiday season, as well as coming into more holidays by the end of the year. So, all right. So these are just a few examples of different kinds of lesson plans that are offered. I also looked up another one called Teaching Expertise, where they have some different kinds of projects, the Thankful Turkey, a money activity, floating Mayflower, where you could make your own, a pumpkin puzzle. But I mean, the list just goes on and on. So I'm also going to be including this link as well. But I don't want to waste any more time, and I want to talk about Thanksgiving around the world. And, you know, we kind of saw already the United States tradition, how we got where we are. But I'd like to take a look at some of those other countries. So enjoy this video, and I'll be back to talk to you when it's over.
In the United States, one of the most festive and traditional ways of celebrating Thanksgiving is observed each year. However, many countries also observe this day to express gratitude for the previous year's blessings, specifically the harvest. Here are a few examples of Thanksgiving celebrations from around the world. Canada rejoices with family and a large feast. China, mooncakes and roast pork. Children in Japan draw pictures and give them to community service members. Ghana, a harvest parade with chiefs is held, and food is blessed. The Pongal festival is held in India, and people eat boiled rice with milk, clarified butter, and jaggery, a mix of palm sugar and cane juice. The Plymouth colonists are thought to have first celebrated Thanksgiving in 1612, when they shared a harvest feast with the Wampanoag Indians. Americans considered Thanksgiving to be one of the most important holidays more than 2 centuries after the first celebration. Many children are taught that Thanksgiving is a significant holiday in countries such as the United States and Canada. While this is correct, it does not mean that other countries do not celebrate something similar. Because Thanksgiving is similar to a harvest festival, it is observed on different days around the world. Thanksgiving is very similar in the United States, but it has a much longer history than in Canada, as the United States is a much older country than Canada. Thanksgiving Day, observed on the 4th Thursday of November, began as a harvest festival. The United States, like Canada, generously provides food and, in many cases, a hot, cooked Thanksgiving meal to its poor and homeless citizens. The majority of the foods served are the same as in Canada. In both countries, pumpkin pie is a popular dessert to have after Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving is a 3-day weekend in Canada, with the main celebration on the second Monday in October. On April 5, 1872, the first Canadian Thanksgiving Day was observed to commemorate the Prince of Wales' recovery from a major illness. Thanksgiving was declared an annual holiday by Parliament in 1957, and the official date was set. Thanksgiving is known as Action de Grâce in French, one of Canada's 2 official languages. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, corn, and other autumn vegetables are common dishes. Thanksgiving is known as Erntedankfest in Germany and is celebrated in early October. It is similar to American Thanksgiving in that large dinners made with harvest vegetables are served, as well as a parade, similar to the Macy's Parade in the United States. The service in German churches includes an observance, some singing, and the presentation of the harvest crown to a harvest queen. Labor Thanksgiving Day is observed annually in Japan on November 23rd to honor labor and production while also giving thanks to one another. It is a national holiday that was established during the American occupation following World War II. On the holiday, many Japanese children draw pictures and give them to neighborhood cops to thank them for their service to the community. In late September, Korea observes Chuseok, a day of Thanksgiving. Families mark the occasion by telling stories, eating food, and paying respects to elders. Typically, songpyeon, which consists of rice kneaded into small cakes and filled with red beans, chestnuts, and other autumn ingredients, is eaten. People enjoy themselves by dancing, wrestling, and feasting. Churalia, Rome's version of Thanksgiving, is a harvest festival. Ceres, the goddess of corn, is honored on this day. Churalia Day is observed every year on October 4th. It is traditional to eat fruits, grains, and meat, as well as enjoy music, dancing, and parades. The foods prepared for Churalia are a token of gratitude from the Romans. In Ghana, Hamuo, Thanksgiving, is celebrated in August and September. Ceremonies for this festival include a procession of finely dressed chiefs through the area's major roads. Hamuo translates as hooting at hunger. Newly harvested crops are blessed, and those who consume them are purified before eating them. The Chinese equivalent of Thanksgiving is known as Chung Chui, also known as the August Moon Festival. It is a 3-day festival held in the middle of August in which Chinese families celebrate the end of the harvest season with a roast pig and mooncakes, which are symbols of family unity and perfection. Chinese people also give cakes to friends and family. Pongal is a harvest festival celebrated in the southern parts of India. This festival is held in January. The festival is named after the same-named sweet rice dish, which consists of boiled rice with milk, clarified butter, and jaggery, a mix of palm sugar and cane juice. Pongal is typically a community feast where neighbors gather to share crops and express gratitude. Because many pilgrims who came to America were born in the Netherlands, their records were kept there as well. To commemorate this, Thanksgiving Day is celebrated in Pieterskirk every year on the morning of American Thanksgiving Day, a Gothic church in Leiden. The Pilgrims' hospitality in Leiden, on their way to the New World, is remembered.
Wow. Well, if that last video didn't make you hungry, I surely don't know what will. I know I'm hungry and I'm ready to get my Thanksgiving going. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to watch these virtual field trips, learn something new, hopefully, that you didn't know before, diving and digging into those curriculums, lesson plans, and activities, or perhaps you just enjoy watching them. Whatever the reasoning is that you're here today, being a part of the field trip, I just want to reach out and tell you how appreciative I am and how thankful I am for each and every one of you. So I'll be looking for our next month in December. We're going to be taking a look at Christmas around the world. So it seems to be a little bit of a tradition at this point, doesn't it? Hey, thank you so much, you guys. Have a great holiday. I'll see you in the next field trip.